What if? Your biggest flaw. Was your greatest strength? Ever caught yourself staring in the mirror, cursing that one trait you wish you could erase? Maybe you're too shy, too impulsive, or you procrastinate like it's an Olympic sport. What if that flaw, the thing you've spent years hating, is secretly your superpower? What if the very quirk you think holds you back is the key to unlocking your greatest potential? Let's embark on a wild thought experiment, blending self-reflection with science and a hefty dose of absurdity to flip your flaws upside down and see what happens when your worst becomes your best. Picture yourself in a typical day, tripping over your biggest flaw. Let us say you were chronically late. Your friends call you time zone traveler because you're always running 15 minutes behind, no matter the occasion. You've missed buses, botched job interviews, and once showed up to a wedding just as the cake was being cut. You've tried every app, alarm, and motivational quote to fix it. But tardiness sticks to you like glitter after a craft project. Now imagine waking up tomorrow to a bizarre revelation. Your lateness isn't a curse, it's a gift. What if being late makes you uniquely suited to save the world, charm the socks off everyone, or accidentally invent the next big thing? Here's the ridiculous hypothesis. Every human flaw is a mislabeled strength, like a superhero power nobody bothered to explain. Your shyness? It's actually hyper-observant empathy. Your impulsiveness? A knack for seizing cosmic opportunities. Your procrastination? A masterclass in pressure-fueled creativity. Let's say this isn't just a motivational poster, but a universal law, rewired into reality by a mischievous quantum mechanic who spilled coffee on the universe's control panel. Suddenly, your flaw isn't a bug. It's the feature that makes you unstoppable. Let's dive into the science, psychology, and sheer chaos of this idea. Start with the brain. Flaws often stem from how our neural wiring interacts with the world. Take procrastination, for example. Studies show procrastinators aren't lazy. They often perfectionists whose prefrontal cortex, the planning part, clashes with their amygdala, the emotion-driven part, creating a paralysis of, I'll do it when it's perfect. But under pressure, their brains switch to hyperdrive, producing dopamine-fueled bursts of focus. Think of every last-minute project you nailed because the deadline was breathing down your neck. What if procrastination is your brain's way of optimizing creativity, forcing you to distill ideas into pure genius at the 11th hour? Now let's try shyness. Social psychology suggests shy people are often hyper-attuned to others' emotions, picking up subtle cues like a human lie detector. Their reticence comes from an overactive amygdala, which screams, danger in social settings. But that same sensitivity makes them incredible listeners, trusted confidants, and masters of reading the room. Imagine a shy person diffusing a global crisis because they noticed the dictator's nervous tic during negotiations. Their flaw isn't cowardice. It's a superpower for empathy and insight, wrapped in a quiet package. What about impulsiveness? Evolutionary biology tells us impulsive folks might have been the cavemen who survived by acting fast, grabbing the last berry or dodging a saber-toothed tiger. Today, their dopamine-seeking brains make them jump into decisions without a parachute. Sure, it leads to awkward moments like buying a llama on a whim, but it also means they're fearless trailblazers. Every startup founder who said, "Screw it, let's launch," was probably a little impulsive. Their flaw is just unfiltered courage, ready to change the world or at least make a viral X post. Let's get chaotic and scale this up. Imagine your flaw. Let's stick with chronic lateness as a universal strength. In this glitchy reality, being late makes you a master of serendipity. You miss the bus, but you bump into a stranger who becomes your business partner. You're late to a meeting, but you overhear a conversation that sparks a million-dollar idea. Your tardiness becomes a cosmic GPS, guiding you to the right place at the wrong time. Soon, everyone's ditching their schedules, embracing lateness as the secret to innovation. Punctuality becomes obsolete, and the world's a chaotic symphony of happy accidents. But here's the sciencey catch. Systems thrive on balance. Game theory suggests that if everyone's flaw becomes a strength, society might implode. If every procrastinator waits until the last second, deadlines collapse. If every shy person avoids speaking up, leadership vanishes. If every impulsive person acts without thinking, we're all riding llamas into traffic. Your flaw as strength only shines when it's rare, like a shiny Pokemon card. In a world of latecomers, the punctual person is the hero. So, your flaw's power depends on contrast. It's strongest when it's uniquely yours. Let's add some absurdity. What if your flaw is so powerful it rewrites history? Say you're overly stubborn, always digging in your heels. In this reality, your stubbornness isn't pig-headedness, it's relentless grit. You're the scientist who refuses to abandon a crazy theory, discovering time travel. You're the artist who keeps painting despite rejection, creating a masterpiece that defines a generation. Your flaw becomes a time paradox. Every historical figure, Einstein, Da Vinci, Cleopatra, was just someone whose biggest flaw was mislabeled. The world's greatest achievements are just flaws in disguise. Now, the dark side. If your flaw is your strength, you might lean into it too hard. A procrastinator who embraces last-minute work risks burnout. An impulsive person might make one too many llama purchases, landing in debt. A shy person could retreat so far into observation they forget to live. Psychologically, over-relying on your superpower could trap you in a feedback loop where you justify every mistake as just who I am. Plus, others might not see your flaw as a strength. Your boss probably won T-high-five you for missing another deadline. Let's zoom out to the societal level. If flaws are strengths, the world reorients. Job interviews change. Tell me about your biggest weakness becomes, show me your superpower. Schools stop punishing kids for daydreaming and start teaching advanced distraction techniques. Ex-posts go wild with flaw pride hashtags, and economists study the imperfection economy, where startups thrive on chaotic, flaw-driven innovation. But chaos theory kicks in. Too many flaws as strengths could unravel order. Imagine a city where everyone's late, impulsive, or stubborn. Traffic jams, bar fights, and unfinished bridges everywhere. So, what's the explosive conclusion? Your biggest flaw isn't a flaw at all. It's your secret weapon, hiding in plain sight. That tardiness? It's your knack for serendipity, landing you in the right moments by accident. That shyness? It's your empathy, making you the glue in every relationship. That impulsiveness? It's your courage, pushing you to leap where others hesitate. The trick isn't fixing your flaw, it's wielding it like a lightsaber, with precision and purpose. You don't need to change who you are, you need to see who you've been all along. So, the next time you curse your flaw, laugh instead. The universe didn't mess up when it made you, it gave you a superpower. Now go save the world, one glorious imperfection at a time.